Hello, brothers, sisters, family, and friends. It's raining outside, but this is a very positive video that all must hear, because I got downloaded a great message, and it's going to help you move forward and see things a lot more clearer as our consciousness is ready for it. So I had to bring you this great news. This is great news. A lot of decodes. I know some want it short, but I will try, but I'm just going off the download. And this information is great. And it lets you know where we're at as far as the collective consciousness when I got this download. So think of New Earth. We are in the New Earth. And the number I got was 70-30. Because they want 51% of the collective consciousness to just shift to only love, and then everything will go away like governments and all this. But we still got a lot of family, friends, and a lot of the collective consciousness that will not give in and know who they really are. So that being said, today's topic, where are we at on the new earth? And once again, the answer is 70-30. So yes, no one is left behind. That's the good news. So no one is left behind. So all your family, all your friends, yes, they have entered into the new earth, but there is a catch, because they are still giving in to the movie. Right now, everything outside of you is a movie, and it's simply repeating itself. We've seen these sicknesses, we've seen all this stuff, and I use the word insanity, which is keep repeating the same behavior over and over. If doctors never heal you, why do you keep going to doctors? But you still keep playing the game in the movie. So in other words, guys, we were taught by animals. We were taught to be animals by reptilians. We are beings of the Most High, of Father, Mother, God, and it's simply using your imagination and trusting yourself. So I'm going to give you a lot of decodes, what's going on now. But the answer to where we're at in a collective, it's 70-30. 30% is right now is only of love and moving forward in a higher vibration. And we are holding that vibration. But 70%, I was given that number, is still stuck in the illusion. Like the illusion is real. And we're going to give examples after examples. We need the number 51%, but we're not there yet. But those in the 30% are very important, because as we stay resonating higher and keep using imagination, it may go to 31%. It may go to 32%. But that 70% right now, we're using that number, is stuck in the illusion. We'll give a lot of examples of the illusions, and I've given answers throughout the whole year, but we're going to give you a summary. So the answer to everything, guys, if you just hold the Father, Mother, God frequency of love and use your imagination, knowing you have the power, which is walk by faith, not by sight, believing to see, and staying in love. Stay always positive in that cycle. That's the 30% I'm talking about. When you talk about governments and religions and doctors and all, that's the illusion, guys. So, book of the Bible always says, as a man thinketh in the heart, so is he. That's your answer to sickness. So I give you the answer. There is no sickness. But because you believe in sickness and you channel in a broadcast. So think of cast. That's like cast. It's like you can cast a spell. Broadcast is a world broadcast. Then you're stuck in the illusion. You will not trust the source God within yourself to say there is no sickness. Then when you do that, then you'll start to get the download how to heal naturally. There's Dr. Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza. I've given answers to this all. You just say there is no sickness. You'll get a download how to never be sick. As I'm working with coworkers now, they're buying into that illusion. Again, the repeat illusion. Certificate of vaccination identification. There's the answer. You know what word they use, but they still buy into that and fall into illusion. First, they used to teach us it was the flu. Annual flus. Some people even get a bioweapon in themselves every year, which is artificial. You're artificially putting things in you. But all the answers is in that metaphoric Bible book. Yeah, it's a metaphoric Bible book. In the beginning, there weren't any books. But that book has answers in it. And I'm trying to equivalate what beings on earth are saying as to what's really going on outside. So we should be more like the observers. Stay in the love frequency and use the imagination and keep rising. And then the collective consciousness has to rise. Just like stocks. People believe in an AI system, technical analysis, right? Then trusting themselves and say Mullen, or I'm just using an example, Apple will rise. Don't worry about the when, the who. That's God. God uses thought. And then it just happens, guys. As you do that more and more, you resonate higher, you'll see the magical miracles. Or you'll get other downloads or other stocks, other investments. Whatever you want, guys. Nothing is impossible. There's another answer. So if I say there is no sickness, it's in that book as well. Nothing is impossible. I heard a minister and I had to click. At first, he comes out and he says, we're in the end times. People are in there every Sunday and he says, we're in the end times. That's a program, guys. That's a doom and gloom. That's fear. If nothing is impossible, how are we in the end times unless you believe it? And that fits the Proverbs 23:7 in that book. As a man thinketh in that. There you go, sucked into another story, another illusion in that false matrix. You need to step outside of the fear and trust yourself. I always ask people, in the beginning were there religions? If ye are gods, would God himself follow some man for answers? Or would God, source, who we are a particle of, we are all little particles of that source. All of us. Everybody has the same power, but people refuse to trust their power. But that's what's going on now, guys. The magic number is 51%. So some people may take 30 years, guys. 40 years. It's like a school. You learn at your own pace. And then others of us, so in other words, us that's outside of this illusion, we will be living wealthy and in abundance as it will be given to us. But you will still see the other things, but you'll be living good while the others will be struggling because they believe in the struggle. Just like the channels. I am a YouTube channel and you resonate with me, so you follow the channel. Just like they channel with CNN, CNBC, these are channels. And then some channels are keeping you in the lower vibration to keep themselves alive, really, because they need the energy from the God beings to put out what they want to put out. But guys, they've already lost. All have made it. But it's the belief. It's stepping outside of that old matrix. And that's what's going to happen. One by one, each day, they're losing more and more of the batteries. We are batteries, guys, that run this whole earth. And that's what's going on. If you can't say there is no sickness, you're still stuck in the matrix. There is no sickness. I'm watching people, even at my own job, either they leaving sick and because they're buying in to the program and programming their subconscious brain in believing it. Not trusting their faith, their belief. Also, the YouTube channels, the tricks to your markets. The ones who keep talking about the short sellers going to do this, or Adam Aaron is doing this. I'm using AMC for example. So in other words, guys, when you disagree with something, you use your imagination and then you see it how you want and it will change. That's what God does, guys. He uses a thought. Well, Father, Mother, God uses a thought. That outside of him, it changes. Me, for example, just last week, I was saying how bad the food at work was. Look what I was saying. Instead of saying the food at work is great, then it will change. You must stop being the victim. Many people still in that matrix refuse to get out of the victim mentality and become the hero. The hero is the one that's fearless and really walks by faith, not by sight. They believe to see. That's the download I'm getting, guys. Use more of the imagination. Just like some people will say, the manager, I hate the management here. You're supposed to use your God power, your imagination, and say the management is great to yourself. Don't talk bad about it. That's why the management continues to be bad until you change your imagination. It's all a school and a test, guys. But that's the illusion now. The division, the separation, that's all part of that illusion. Your higher self is already in the future, trying to guide you through, but yet you run to some man who doesn't know who he is. And that's what I'm saying. You that trust your higher self, knowing that you in the future, you're in the 30. You're going to be living good. So on one side of the street, so let's take a tornado. A tornado will come. One side of the row of houses, nothing will happen. The other side will be destructed. There is no death, guys. But I'm just giving an example of what's happening. You will live wealthy while others will struggle because they're stuck in the illusion. They refuse to trust themselves in the God power. So John 10:34, Psalms 82:6. I kept repeating, keep repeating. If you say the Lord Jesus is your Savior, Lord, we know it means a slavery word. And Jesus is your brother, as I just told you, John 10:34, Psalms 82. That's what it means. It's school. You're going to keep repeating that same grade for years and years until you finally wake up and say, this is not working. Because you are what we call in the insanity, which is simply repeating the same behavior for years and years, generations throughout generations. It's that easy, guys. It's not even difficult. Nothing is impossible. Be ye not of the world, the renewance of the mind. There's another answer, guys. Would Jesus watch a television, tele-live vision, that's a channel of a lower frequency, of everything that's lower destruction, harm to yourself? It's that easy, guys. So that's what's, when I said the retrograde, and I got more to answer. Trust your God power. Back to these YouTube channels, they're actually helping the lower vibration because they keep staying in victim mentality. I'm using AMC for it's Adam Aaron, it's the short sellers, it's this, look how you're saying. Instead of saying AMC will rise, and you click off those YouTubers who's not helping you. Look how long it's been going, guys. But someone like me stayed outside of that freak. What did I say? AMC will rise. Could be 2 years, could be 3. But you prolong, you hold that lower vibration free. That's why it continues to go on longer and longer. And you are the one, you are the energy. You are the God source behind everything, because you keep saying it, so it keeps coming. Instead of say what you really want. You want it gone, then talk like it's gone. AMC tomorrow will rise. Not maybe will rise. That's not, no, guys. It will rise. I'm just using an example. You could say Ford Motor Company will rise. Whatever company you believe. You don't have to tell anyone. It's your universe, guys. This is where we're at in the collective, I'm saying the overall collective consciousness. No one is left behind. That's true. But it could be 30, 40 years for some of your friends and loved ones, and because they are in the insanity, repeating the same behavior over and over, while you, not of the ego mind, now you're in the right side of the brain, living in righteous. You continue to be optimistic, and that's what's happening, guys. But I wanted to share this quick message to you where we're at in the collective, in the new earth, and what we need to do better, even myself. Talk what you want, not what you don't want. Don't say you have a mean manager. You say the management now is nice. Don't say the food is terrible. You say the food is great. You speak it first, or think it first. Then it will happen. As you trust that power more and more, more and more will happen for you. Your future, which is only the now, it's only now. Every second, guys, it gets better and better. Now you're resonating a different frequency, a higher frequency. You're evolving out that matrix. So many people are in the movie and refuse to be the stars. Look in the sky. That's you. Refuse to be your own universe. Use your own power, which is the God frequency, Christ consciousness within yourself. And that's where we're at. The more that hearing this message and trust theirself, each day because we're holding the high vibration, that's how we're helping the collective consciousness that must rise with us. And each day, yes, guys, like I say, the 30% could be tomorrow, 35%. Could be 40%. It's up to, it's nothing you can do, as it's an illusion, guys. It's like a school. What's her name? Dolores Cannon said that many years ago. You're in a school to learn, guys. But some will repeat the same grades over and over until you get it. Universe is tough love until you get it. You can do this the easy way or the hard way. So you can do this the easy way or the hard way. Some want to do it the hard way. If you're falling for the sermon, like I just said, we're in the end times. This is part 2 of the, look where you're at. Would Jesus follow another man like that for teaching, or would God go within himself? Another answer to everything, when you meditate, you're in the darkness. Is that right? Well, you're pulling energy out the darkness and turning it to light, guys. When you manifest and when you meditate, you have your eyes closed, it's darkness. You're using your imagination. That's a manifest, guys, from darkness to light. That's the same way when you are going along your day and you see something bad going on. You use your imagination and see it a different way. It's how you see it, guys. It's the quicker these things change. And that's the magic of all of us. All of us have the same power. As you trust yourself, you'll be given more power each time. Others will resonate through you because now you're imagining them as good individuals. Another lesson, guys. Without evil, how would we know what was good? See the lesson? If there was no evil, if you were all good, how would you know what is evil if you didn't see evil? But you interpret it as a victim. So it's just a lesson to learn and experience, guys. And then you change. Remember, inverted of evil is live. But I wanted to share this great message with you as I just rose your consciousness. Simply by showing you the example after examples, especially with this decoded sickness. Proverbs 23:7. What do you believe? Well, that's the program you're going to get. To you, and insanity is doing this. Remember the flu season? I was in that. And every fall I kept getting the flu season. It's a program, guys. And who taught you the program? Once you get out of that program, you say, there is no flu season. There is no sickness. I'm still not hearing people say there is no sickness. That's the faith thing. Why not? If nothing's impossible, I am possible. Why is there no sickness? If you believe in sickness, that's your program. You're still in the matrix, the illusion that some man taught you. Let's go to heaven itself. The heaven is a state of mind. Is there church, guys? Is there sickness? Heaven is the state of your own consciousness mind, how you think heaven is. Heaven is now. Everything is the now, guys. Also, you're not this body, this vehicle. That's the part of the illusion too. Do you every day think you're the body? Do you think I'm a black man when I'm not even the color black? These are the programmings you have to get out of yourself. I am the spirit inside this vehicle living a human experience. Don't care what people think. That's the illusion, guys. That's the ego mind. Don't force. So also, guys, don't force your knowledge on others. Let others come to you that's ready for it. Sit back and observe and let them live their experience the same way you live the experience. These are the things that rise you to the next level. You must sit back and observe and use your consciousness more. Do you ever see God intervening? Because ye are God. You are the God, guys. God is within yourself. But guys, I'm going to leave right now. And I'm sending this video only in the love and light. If you listen to this whole message, I just rose your vibration and gave you insight as to collective. And those that are just pure evil will not, guys, it's over. But that's still part of the matrix in that illusion. We are to just use our consciousness, imagine how you see it. That's what it was always about, guys. Stocks is not about some AI system telling you, dictating to you as God what's going to happen. And it's you first. Then everything happens out of you magically. However, guys, if we know there's no sickness, what does that tell you about your pharmaceutical industry? So you must be responsible when you're doing these investments as well. You can, if you're going to use the money for good, but we're talking about long-term, guys. But I send this video in the love and light. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.